Do you think your lover has been acting a little strangely lately? Are you having nightmares about your significant other quitting the relationship? There's a good probability that your worries about them not being invested in the relationship are not unwarranted. If your partner has been acting suspiciously and relocating away from you, you must first determine whether this perceived lack of interest is genuine or just something you have imagined. In order to decide how to approach the situation, you can get the clarity you need if you know how to recognize the indications that a relationship is losing its appeal. Number 1. They don't inquire about your life or you. In addition to being impolite, this is a pretty clear sign that the other person isn't really feeling you. Your partner should be interested in your welfare. They should listen carefully and ask questions about your family, your job, or your religious beliefs. They don't have to have Barbara Walters' charisma, but they should nonetheless exhibit a genuine interest in getting to know you. You may always start a conversation or make it into a game if you believe they are having trouble finding the right words. Interest is crucial, not necessarily the subject matter or content. However, as study has shown, couples create closeness through hundreds of extremely common, everyday moments in which they strive to make emotional connections. It can be something that seems really uninteresting. Even if all you do is ask someone what their favorite color is, you still need to start building. To receive updates and to read more psychological thoughts, subscribe to this channel. Number 2. They stay away from you whenever possible. Having some alone time is great. We all need a little bit of time to ourselves. But it shouldn't feel as though you're the only one in your relationship. Research has found that the more time couples spend together, the happier they are. If your significant other either refuses to spend time with you or seems unhappy when you do spend time together, that's a big red flag. Number 3. They don't want you to meet their family or friends, and they have no interest in hanging out with yours either. If you want them to meet your family or hang out with you and your friends on a Friday night and they refuse, they're probably not in it for the long haul. If your partner doesn't introduce you to friends or family, and it's been 6 to 12 months or more of dating, they're manipulating your perception of them. Relationship expert April Massini told Insider. One of the best ways to get to know someone is to meet the people they're close to. Number 4. They don't desire physical intimacy with you. Obviously, sex should never be a requirement. Your partner might not be in the mood. They might want to wait, your sex drives are mismatched, or there might be a myriad of scenarios holding them back from getting intimate physically, none of which are bad or necessarily negative. That said, your partner should be willing to communicate their wants, desires, or their differences from you in the bedroom. You should also be willing to understand and communicate that intimacy isn't just sex or heading to the bedroom. Intimacy without intercourse can mean having a deep talk, holding hands, going on fun dates, being physically close to one another, and opening up about your feelings. Number 5. They temporarily vanish from your life or ghost you. Reliability is one of the keys to trustworthiness, a major building block of a successful relationship, according to Forbes. A reliable partner won't ignore your texts, go without talking to you for days, or leave you wondering if they'll show up, let alone have your back. If your partner can't be trusted to send a text or check in every now and then, they might have one foot out the door. They don't need to be constantly alerting you. But if you need them or you can't locate them for long periods, that just might mean that you can't trust them with your feelings. Number 6. They won't make a promise or even bring up the future. As the old saying goes, labels are for soup cans. That's true. But if you started a relationship with the goal of becoming a couple, including the dreaded labels like boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or husband, and communicated that much from the start, then your significant other should be ready to at least discuss why or why not they want to be labeled as such. If they can't sit through a conversation about their intentions and goals, it might mean that they're not willing to commit to you, or they don't envision the same kind of future that you do. This is totally fine. But you shouldn't be planning a future around someone who doesn't want a similar one. Especially because, according to science, the clock is ticking. Number 7. They no longer include you in their future plans. Maybe they're willing to discuss the future, but when they do, you're not included. This could mean that you're dreaming of a wedding day with them as your other half, and they're just dreaming of a wedding. The end. If you're hoping to build something long-term, It's important that you plan a little bit together or be willing to cooperate and remain flexible. If your partner discusses their own future and doesn't imagine you as part of it, then they're probably not planning on building a future with you. This could mean marriage, kids, or even just your bucket list. Sharing bucket lists and making them together is a great way to get to know each other, Massini told Insider. When your bucket lists are compatible, and you can see yourself supporting your partner's bucket list wishes, and you see them supporting yours, you're in a relationship that can go the distance. But if you and your partner think each other's bucket list wishes are crazy and don't have a place in the relationship, then this isn't the one. Number 8. Simply put, they don't regard you. No matter who you are, you deserve to be with someone who thinks the very best of you and who treats you as such. According to Psychology Today, respect may be even more crucial in relationships than love. This means that your partner doesn't have to necessarily be in love with you at the moment, but they should at least have respect for you. If they make you feel taken for granted, belittle you, or question your work ethic, that's disrespectful. And that's not who you want to spend your time with. In the end, if they're not into you enough to give you the decency of respect, they shouldn't occupy your time. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel.